folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the DC Universe Young Justice Vandal Savage action figure set by Mattel. This set is part of the second wave of the Young Justice line of 4-inch scale action figures and includes the piece for the Hall of Justice Collect and Connect set. Now this set was first released around the end of 2011, and I found this set at the end of January of 2012 at a Toys R Us, and it was selling for $10. Taking a look at Vandal Savage here in the package, you can see it's based off of the animated style of Young Justice cartoons. And this figure set comes with a meteorite accessory, the one that made him super intelligent and practically immortal. Behind him you can actually see the piece for, or pieces for the Hall of Justice there. Taking a look at the back of the package here, you can see an animated version of Vandal Savage there. And there's a nice description over here. And down below here we have a completed Hall of Justice Collect and Connect set. Very, very cool. And this particular set contains 3 pieces, basically the topper parts of the Hall of Justice. And then we have a whole bunch of figures here for this particular series. The top row is Wave 2, which is Captain Atom, Superboy, Black Canary, and Vandal Savage. This row is Wave 1, with Aqualad, Icicle Jr., Speedy, and Kid Flash. And down below here is Wave 3, which is coming soon. It's just really coming out right now. We have Aqualad Stealth, Sportsmaster, Kid Flash Stealth, and Robin is actually in his stealth suit, not his regular costume. We'll be right back and have this out of the package. Okay, we're back and we have Vandal Savage and the accessories out of the package, and we'll take a look at the accessories first. And we have here a card with a replica of the front card here, but on the other side we have instructions on how to put the Hall of Justice together. A visual guide, really. And as you can see here, we have the 3 pieces that come included with Vandal Savage, and they are the top portions of the Hall of Justice. The top left and right and middle. And there's a nice picture of a completed Hall of Justice there. Now taking a look at the pieces, we have here the top middle piece, and you can see some pegs here which plug into the other pieces on there, and it's made of a rigid hard piece of plastic there. And then we have the left and right top portions of the Hall of Justice. And based on the visual guide here, the straight edge of this piece is on the outside, while the slanted edge faces the inward side of the Hall of Justice. So you know that this is the right hand piece and this is the left hand piece. So that's pretty cool. Next accessory we'll take a look at is the meteorite that struck the Earth and altered Vandal Savage into his current form. And it's pretty neat. It's made of a hard piece of plastic, and it's not porous, but it's got jagged edges everywhere, and it's painted sporadically with black here and there on the top upper portions of this meteorite. Pretty neat. Looks more like a snack piece here, like a cheese type or popcorn piece. But it's pretty interesting in that these jagged raised edges on this meteorite allow the figure to grasp the meteorite in different ways, just based on the width of these raised pieces on here. So it's kind of cool. Take a look here. You can try fitting it in various places on his hand, between the thumb and fingers here. Let me see if I can find a piece here that will allow Vandal Savage to hold the meteorite. So that's pretty cool on there, and a nice meteorite. Now onto the Vandal Savage figure, and it's pretty cool figure. Now when I first saw this, I wasn't too interested in the line. I just really paid no notice of it, and it wasn't until I received another Young Justice figure as a gift that I noticed that this particular set had the Holo Justice, and that's what prompted me to get more of these sets so I can complete the Holo Justice. Now looking at the figures more, I actually quite like them. They look very much like the animated styling of the Young Justice cartoon, and it's pretty good. Now it is very limited in articulation. The posability is not quite there, but the styling and the limited articulation actually does remind me of the Justice League Unlimited figures that were released a while ago. I remember actually picking up the first wave, and I didn't go beyond the first couple waves, but this does evoke the memory of those kind of figures, and it's actually pretty neat. I really like them for display. You really can't do anything but display them, but it's still pretty cool. Taking a look at Vandal Savage here, you can see his head sculpt, if I can get it into focus here. It has been having trouble focusing, so let me see if I can adjust the ISO here. There we go. Let's see. There we go. And you can see the head sculpt of Vandal Savage. He still has the Cro-Magnon features on him, and he does have scratches on his, or scars on his face. I'm not sure if you can actually see that well or not. Let me just turn it down. Let's see if you can see some of the features there. Yeah, you can see the 3 scars on his face, probably during his time as a Cro-Magnon man in the wild and encountered a prehistoric creature there. And he does retain some of his hair styling from that era. But what he does not retain is the modern take on his clothing. You can see he's got this very militaristic coat, and it's actually pretty neat. I like it quite a bit. The Vandal Savage I used to remember him from is the early Flash series, the Wally West Flash comic series in the late 80s. He had more ruffles on the front of his coat there, and he looked like more like a guy from the 1700s. But this one here is more militaristic, and he almost looks like M. Bison from Street Fighter with this particular coat on there. And it's a dark gray, and you can see the shoulder pieces here, and a big old button there, and a nice red stripe coming down, and you have the belt buckle there. Nice glossy gloves on there, pretty neat. One hand open to hold the meteorite, one closed fist to wield his might, and you can see the overlong coat here. Now below the belt, the coat is made of a very soft, pliable plastic, which is nice. It's pretty cool on there. And you can see his leggings there, and some nice glossy boots. Pretty cool on here. Now one thing with this figure though, it has not difficult time standing, but the way the feet are angled upwards, so he tends to lean forward a bit, and you really have to push back his upper torso to really get him to stand well. But you extend his arms, and he becomes front heavy, and he'll actually start toppling over. So I don't know if I need to get some heat onto these feet to balance them out, but It does get kind of tricky, especially when he's holding his meteorite and has his arm raised, where you really have problems standing the figure up. You can see he just has a hard time with just one arm extended, standing well. So that's just one unfortunate feature of this figure. Going over the articulation for Vandal Savage here, the head does go all the way around, and I thought it was just a simple swivel, but it's not. It's actually a ball jointed head. So the head can also go up and down and tilt side to side, so that's pretty cool. The arms do go all the way around, and that's about it. No torso or waist articulation. The legs are joined at the hip with a simple swivel cut there, so it just goes up about that far, down, and a little bit to the back. And nothing else on the articulation on the leg, either on the knee or the ankle. So very limited articulation, but very nice sculpt and paint as well. And it does really have that feeling of that JLU style figure. Pretty nice, and I recommend it if you're a fan of Young Justice or a fan of Staction figures. But it's a pretty neat figure to have, especially for the Young Justice fans. This is my casual peek into the DC Universe Young Justice Vandal Savage action figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.